in order to see this, and this is probably the most frustrating part that people get to, I don't want to be in conceptual anymore. I want to be in realistic. Conceptual is just to show you what this would look like as a generic solid.
Ooh.
But realistic is going to be what the actual material is. If you put a material on an item and you're not in realistic, it will not show. And this is probably the most common thing is people develop, right? Then they click conceptual to see what it looks like. They're like, ah, that's great. They go over, they dump a material on, and they're like, how come this isn't taking any material? And they're like dumping it. You know, I'll get over there and they have like 15 things. And they're like, I don't get it. I tried to put granite walls in here. It won't take granite. I'm like, are you unrealistic? And they're like, ah! So you have to be unrealistic, otherwise it won't show. In fact, it will be there, but it will not show. So I'm going to go to realistic. Here's our good friend, global generic, right? You can see just a slight change here. This reflects this material. That's what global generic gray looks like. If I want that to be something else, I'm just going to, from my usage library, click and drag and put it there. Pretty cool, right? So, at this point, I'm going to show you this again. You don't need to do this part, but watch. I'm going to go from the available library, and instead of going from my usage library, I'm going to drag this guy over. This is the exact opposite from what I want you to do.
Oh, then it
Right.
you.
Yeah. So see what happened here? It added another one. And again, for every item. So you can imagine if I did a chessboard, right? There's 8 pawns, right? That's 8 pawns, and then there's 8 other pieces. So now I have 16 items right here, and then another 16 for the other side, and then all of the squares, right? So that's a lot of material, and all I have is a chessboard. That's crazy. I haven't built any walls, floors, anything. Just a chessboard, and I'm already like, what, 60, almost 60 different materials. So it gets really, really slow. So what I'm telling you is that I'm going to get rid of this, and from my usage library, I'm going to drag this guy over. You see it did not duplicate, so that's, I can't tell you how huge it is. The other part of this is that I can then change the scale of this, which is going to be the next thing we get to. Anybody unhappy with this? Questions on this? Need me to show something else? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this guy. Essentially what they